October 3rd through 5th, I'm helping host an entire weekend-long spine mini ramp jam right here in this mini at Stoke Run Action Sports Park here in Ohio. I am super excited about this one because this 4-foot double coping spine mini was recently almost finished here at Stoke Run, and by the time the event rolls around, this thing is going to be unrecognizable from what you see behind me. So let's start off with some details about this event. Let's start with the price. Price for the entire weekend, $65, and that includes tent camping on site here. And if tent camping isn't your thing, there's also a deal for a hotel nearby where you can get 20% off, and that deal is on the lodging and accommodations page on the Stoke Run website. I'll make sure it's linked down below. Gates open at noon on Friday, and quiet time is at midnight every night. There is lights here, as you can see, and they are bright. But let's keep talking about the details. Let's show the ramp and talk about all of this. So this ramp, if you didn't see my video before about it, came from TriStar Skate Shop in Cleveland, Ohio. 4-foot double coping spine mini. So we got 4-foot quarter, 4-foot spine, 4-foot quarter. There is a 6-foot quarter back here and a 7-foot extension over here with a little bit of a roller on that side. Not quite finished yet, but whenever this ramp is done, it's not going to look like it does here with all of the skate light mismatching and whatnot. It is going to be painted, and there is going to be a hitching post right here. I'll put it on the flyer now because I kind of drew it up so you could see what it will look like. And also at the same time as this hitching post being added, there's going to be a landing right here. So we'll have a removable hitching post and then a landing so that when it's not there, you'll be able to use that basically like a box jump or Spox. And with the hitching post on there, you'll have a bank to it or a quarter to it. And as time goes on, I'll make another video, but there's going to be some updates with those ramps back there. I just don't want to over promise in case anything might not end up happening. But I'm going to do a quarter pipe jam. Then we're going to have spine jam on genuinely, it's like a perfect spine. It's so good. The transition's great. And then hitching post jam on the hitching post. And I guess some details about the way the weekend's going to go. So you can show up Friday at noon, like I said. It'll be open riding from noon to midnight, maybe later on Friday. And then Saturday is when all of the events are going to go down. So there will be everything I talked about. In addition, there's going to be a kids jam that's going to start 11 o'clock, potentially noon, but I'm calling it 11 right now. So all the kids can come out early, get their shredding in. And then I anticipate events Saturday starting somewhere around 2, 3. Maybe later, we get to ride all the way till, past dark and whatnot. So got plenty of time. And I guess before we keep talking about this, I should talk about what else is going to be available throughout this weekend and what you're getting with that $65. So not only is there this incredible mini that this event is focused around for the weekend, but there's also a full dirt bike track, a literal dirt bike track that is over there. I've got videos on the screen playing. They have an outdoor skate park, which is behind me over there. Awesome outdoor skate park, lots of stuff there set up. And then on the inside of this wall, there is a huge indoor skate park that's like Dew Tour mid-2000s training ground. And I know a lot of people remember the indoor skate park at the old Ohio Dreams being like the most slippery ramp you've ever ridden in your life. Well, with paint that they use on these ramps, it is no longer slippery. I rode in there recently and it was awesome, where you just didn't have to worry about any type of slipping out or anything like that other than on the floor concrete, because yeah, it's still shiny and a little bit slippery, but the ramps themselves, no problem. So when it comes to this ramp, it's not going to look like this for too much longer. It's going to get painted. It'll look a little bit more like the flyer in terms of color scheme. And I'm super excited about this. We've also got some really awesome sponsors for this. I didn't want to go out and get 100 sponsors, have 100 logos on the flyer. So I asked some very specific people. Like I connected with Dan's Comp because of the amount that they contribute to the culture of BMX, from supporting jams of every level. Like this one, it's a first year event, and it's something that nobody's ever had an event on before in the BMX world, because we couldn't even ride this thing before it existed here. They're throwing down some cash to give out at this event. Then I hit up Carl at Nowhere because I knew he'd want to help, and so he's throwing down some parts for this event, some handlebars, a Jacob themed stem. I think he said a full set of pegs, so there's going to be a lot with that. And then I hit up Alienation because this is supposed to be a Midwest event. Stoke the Midwest is what it's called, and Midwest tech riding at its finest in a Spine Mini usually involves some brakes. So we're going to have several sets of Alienation Vice Grip brakes to give out this weekend at the event, so get excited about that. I also hit up my buddy TJ Henderson, which you guys may remember from the hydraulic rim brake videos talking about his bike, and then I put a 990 adapter on my Fit Complete. Well, I hit him up just because I wanted him to come, and then I realized while we were talking, what better prize than to have one of these 990 adapters for hydraulic rim brakes for somebody who likes riding brakes. So I think he said he's gonna send out 2 of those. Gonna be awesome. And so the last one, how could you have a Midwest tech event that kind of feels like mid-school without having Little Devil involved? So I hit up Derek Adams, and he said he's gonna send out a package with a bunch of stuff in it. So we're gonna have clothing from Little Devil to give away here as well. And I'm not totally opposed to more sponsors coming on, but I wanna keep it to people who really care about the event and wanna help out just doing something awesome. And I don't want it to feel like every other event where we're giving away just random stuff. I want it to be meaningful. So with that being said, get excited. There's a lot to offer here at Stoke Run, and I'm trying to make this an amazing event, because when I went to the Baco Jams in 2015 and 2016, they had a Spine Mini there, and that Spine Mini had so many tech legends in it that it was just an amazing time. And the vibes in that Spine Mini were incredible all weekend long. No matter what was going on, there were people riding it doing some of the craziest tricks ever. That's what I'm trying to recreate here, trying to stoke the Midwest. So if you're anywhere in the area or you want to plan a trip out, this is the time to do it. Perfect time of year. We're gonna have some really fun stuff going on. So hopefully some of you guys can make it out. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments. Let me know, send me a message, whatever. But it's $65 for the whole weekend, $25 for just Saturday for all the local people who might not come out for the entirety of the weekend. Either way, I hope to see a bunch of you there. And if I have any more details to add, I'll put them at some point in this video. Just look at this ramp. Once it's painted, it's going to be amazing. I hope to see all of you here, and let's stoke the Midwest. Thanks to Caleb at Stoke Run as well for being down for this, and BJ, the head builder down here, for keeping the idea alive. He brought it up to me and was like, yes, I wanted to do that anyway. We're doing it, making it happen, and here we are making it happen. So we'll see you guys here.